All right, we back at it, Homegrown Radio, Chuck Dizzle, DJ Hed, and we are not on Zoom right now. We have it's feeling good, feeling great. We got Charm Ladonna back in, well, we're in the studio, in a studio.
Yeah.
Welcome, appreciate you taking your time and chopping it up with the Homegrown homies once again.
I appreciate you guys having me in live and real.
It feels good, right?
It feels good.
I just want to get the elephant out of the room.
What?
First and foremost, her album is not whack. You know what I'm saying? It is not.
That is a good way to start. I mean,
I appreciate that. Hey, what? What?
Because that's definitely a nice little cosign right there. I mean, that's a lot of pressure to build up. That one of the last things we had a conversation on when we last talked was you want to make sure you drop the project before the year ended.
Yeah.
So now you got this project out. Talk about talk about it. Give us a little sentiment of what the people are actually hearing.
You know, it's self-titled, my first EP, Ladonna, and it's 7 records. That of course means so much to me and dear to me, and it's literally a journey of who I am, where I'm from, and my story.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and it's because it's my first project. I wanted to make sure that it really represented who I was, and of course, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna keep going. Now I'm already saying I want to drop another project.
Right. You got it off right now, so
Nah,
it's like
but,
you can get another one out there.
Yeah, but you know, I'm super proud of it, and I've been getting great feedback. I mean, you heard what he said.
Right.
He
I mean,
that's
that's feedback right there. That's good enough.
I want
right
to provide some context.
Okay.
I know you excited about the album, but
Yeah.
I wasn't excited.
Why not?
Because
Yes, go for it.
I wasn't excited about the album just because, like, when I first heard West Side or whatever, I remember when you had me come to the studio, I thought all the records was gonna sound like West Side, so I wasn't excited. I'm like, and then when she
kind of paint the picture.
it was kind of like it was melodic and shit, but she like talking shit, like she rapping. It's like she got dope imagery, but then I felt like as I'm listening to it, I'm like, oh, you could really rap.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most surprising thing that people are gonna get from this project. Like, I think that a lot of people who probably, you know, might have brushed you off or counted you, took you lightly or whatever, I think they're gonna walk away from this album specifically like, oh shit, Charm can really rap. I gotta pay attention.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, I'm cool and I'm like no, she could rap. So like, get out the fucking way. But
I appreciate that. Hey, it's crazy because West Side, even though West Side is like, you know, that was my first, I guess you could say my first single off of this project. It's definitely melodic. It's cool because that's also part of me as well. But that rap, me going spitting and just talking my shit, that's really in me. You know what I'm saying?
If there's a percentage breakdown of who Ladonna is, like when you say the melodic, when people hear the West Side, and then the rap, you rap, you know, how do you break down the percentage wise?
I mean, I think it's 60-40.
60
rap, 40 melodic. This actually, this EP though, West Side is the only song that's like West Side.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna come clean.
Okay.
Exactly.
So no, West Side is the only song like West Side, and I did that, you know, on purpose in a way. Because West Side is a feel-good song for me, and it definitely represents where I'm from. The visual represents where I'm from, and then but I can't throw away the. I mean, I love rap.
Yeah.
I love to rap. I'm a lyricist, rap like I'm in it. So you get that on this project.
Talk about why that was important to do that way, because like you said, like when you in this industry, you got one time to make a first impression.
Yeah.
So with that being said, when people hear that, and obviously people are gonna associate that side to you. Why was it important to say, okay, I'm gonna do it this way, but then I'm gonna prove you not wrong, but show you different elements to me?
I mean, because there's so many different elements of who I am as a woman, as an artist, and West Side is, you know, the melodic, the singing, that is a vibe as well. But like I said, like spitting and rapping is a part of me too, and you can't put me in a box. And that's, you know what I'm saying? You can't put me in a box, and that's why I wanted him to come here to my records, because I'm like, this nigga think I can just, this nigga just think, he really just think I'm out here like two-stepping to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because I can dance and all this shit. I said, let me show, I'm not playing, and that's and that's what I put in on my first project is that, you know, and I'm gonna keep going.
I think I want you to speak on, as far as like the difficulties, because we talked about this. Obviously, it was a private conversation, but how much of it you comfortable with sharing with people that might be going through the same thing? Difficulties in navigating being looked at this way, but also wanting your respect in this way.
I mean, you know, like you just said, it
just might be somebody going through the same shit.
Yeah, like you gotta low key like not give a fuck. You gotta just do you. and you gotta care and don't give a fuck. Someone told me that you gotta care and don't give a fuck if nobody else cares. Just fucking go.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Just
so look, now I wasn't privy to the conversation, so I wanna respect what was said, but I wanna know what's happening. Like, what do you mean?
Well, because I mean, you know, for those who don't know, I am a creative director. I'm a choreographer. I wear many hats in the industry, and doing music and really putting myself in the forefront as an artist. You know, it could be like a, whoa, what is she doing? Stay in your lane, Charm.
Yeah.
No, all these fucking lanes are my lane.
Dribble.
Yeah.
Shut up and dribble. You know what I'm saying? So I had to literally go. I've never shunned away, never not went after something I wanted. I don't care. And I know even as an artist, I'm a new artist. And this is my first, I've been putting out music for a year. This is my first project. And I'm going to keep going. So I just had to just fucking do it.
You made it happen.
So, and that's to say to anyone going through that, is just to go. Don't worry about the no's. Don't worry about what everybody else thinks. Don't worry. Just fucking go and do what's in your heart. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be sitting here with y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
And not talking about my project.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it speaks to, and I know we talked about this the last time, but doing this in the middle of a damn pandemic too.
Yeah.
You know, that's not to be taken lightly. On one end, it's like you get a chance to shut down and be creative, but it's like you can't express that art. Like we were talking before, you're like, man, I just want to hit the stage and do you, man. So talk about what you're looking forward to as things are opening up and showcasing your talent.
I mean, to be honest, I'm really looking forward to getting on stage and performing and dancing and having an amazing show and having dancers and having band, because that is what I love. That's what I do.
Do you have a venue in mind that you're like, man, I can't wait to just shut that down?
Staples Center.
Okay, sure. Well, there's that. There's that. That's one.
Put me in the forum, like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm ready, but again, I'm not afraid of a challenge. I'm not timid of my journey. I'm going to keep going, and y'all gonna see me there. We're gonna have another conversation. Like, Charm, nigga, you.
Well, I mean, Staples Center is a venue. You know. But,
are you doubting?
No, I'm not doubting. But I was gonna ask. Well, it wasn't necessarily about that, but when last time we spoke, it was before. I don't remember what it was. Months ago, at least 6 months ago.
Yeah.
But you didn't mention working on the Super Bowl at all. And I understand that you probably couldn't at the time. You couldn't talk about that. But God damn it, like that's a big deal.
That's a big stage.
Yeah.
That's a big ass. Now that's a venue.
That is beyond the venue.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a platform like no other. But I want to dive into that because, like you said, you wear many hats in the industry, and I don't want people to just think like, oh, you just a new rapper. Like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, you got credits. The Super Bowl. Well, first and foremost, the Super Bowl performance was fucking dope. Okay.
Appreciate that.
I saw the choreo, and then after the fact, I saw some of the behind the scenes of you working and different things. I was like, God damn, is that? Do you which one is more pressure for you? Like producing a Super Bowl performance, or working on Ladonna?
That's a good question. I'm gonna be honest and say working on Ladonna.
Really?
I think working on Ladonna is because it's me, and I'm critiquing myself. I'm super hard on myself. I'm a perfectionist. I want everything to be almost perfect, and I've even learning in my own process is to let things that I, may tell another artist or help with another artist, I have to tell myself, yo, just let some shit go, and just do it. But to be honest, like, my whole process of making this music, and even for my EP Ladonna, I think that I put more pressure on myself for that than choreographing the Super Bowl, and I was working on them at the same time. So I was choreographing the Super Bowl while finishing my project and getting all my songs together. So, I mean,
you got to think about it because at this point, your name is on the billboard when it comes to Ladonna. It's not like the Super Bowl. Like the Super Bowl, you can hide behind an artist.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, so I can imagine that.
Now I wonder what's something that. Well, first of all, congrats, because that's. I mean, I told you this shit before, but that's crazy. Second of all, I don't want people, because people be in the YouTube comment. I'm not the biggest Weeknd fan. I'm on record as saying that. Everybody knows that. But that performance was fire. Okay.
I don't care what nobody say. I'm like, he fucking killed that shit. We killed that shit.
That performance,
like everybody killed that shit
was
in the middle
fire.
of the pandemic.
That shit was fire. Like, and I would love to be able to be like, oh, this and that. Like, everything was fire. And even the details, like I remember seeing that some of the, and you could kind of walk us through some of the difficulties and the dope things about it. But one thing that I thought was really dope is when they did the red jacket thing, even the cameraman had on the red jacket so they blended in. And I just thought that it was just little details, and I was like, oh, that shit fire, bruh. But like, something from your perspective, what was something that kind of was dope to you outside of the whole thing? But
you know, I think it was just for me, you know, when they called me on the team to do the choreography, it was just how we all came together to create this, because we knew in the pandemic it was almost like impossible, seemed to, because we didn't have rehearsals. We had a lot of rehearsals. I couldn't. I was rehearsing on Zoom.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was rehearsing on Zoom at certain points. Like it was we, you know, people had to be separate. I don't think I think everybody came together probably that week of the Super Bowl. Like everybody in one space.
So wait. So you saying like, okay, so the Weeknd's performance, you choreographing, y'all had basically a week actually being physically together.
Yeah, everybody had about a week. I mean, you know, of course we use Zoom.
Yeah.
But for me to get, you know, for something like that, you would expect us to be rehearsing for months.
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, I mean, it of course we would love. I mean, I would love to, and I'm sure, you know, they would have loved to, but it was COVID, and we had to be. The first thing was face safety.
Yeah, for sure.
And we had to be safe, you know, and so it worked out. Everyone came together, and it literally like. Everybody, probably the creative, me, Abel, everybody came in and just like.
When y'all were, so when you, obviously it's difficult to work, to do choreography on Zoom, but like when y'all got there in person, did everything just kind of fall into place? Or was there?
Does it ever?
No. I mean, you made it sound real pretty like just now.
No, but it's the same thing, but I can tell you this. I had experience with this because I had to do the same thing for my music videos. So I did all my music videos in quarantine last year, and I had to use dancers, and I was filming myself, and I'm sending them the choreo, and we had like an hour, like, you know, my friends, homies came in to help me, and I only had like an hour to do all these videos. So when you see, Queen, Palm Trees, and West Side, I did those videos 3 days in a row.
Damn.
And I literally 3 days back to back shot all those videos in LA, in the city, and I use Zoom. I use these techniques, so low key that helped me to kind of prepare for like not being shocked that I have to do this choreography on Zoom.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of full circle. Like you're not necessarily upset, but you're like disappointed that COVID hits. But these moments of working on your project help you prepare for this
100%.
main stage.
And that's why I always say it's like full circle.
When you do a large scale thing, because I remember the shot of everybody being on the field. When you're doing something like that, is that everybody like kind of following one like you, or is that like, okay, this group I'm gonna teach you this, and then this other group I'm gonna teach you this?
Well, I understand what you're saying. I taught the same thing to different groups.
Got you. So
right?
it was broken down.
It was broken down because, like I said, you know, everyone couldn't be together.
Right.
So we taught that, and then if you even look at they're 6 feet apart even on the field.
Wow. Right.
Like all of that is like strategically placed, you know. And so they learned it, and they were even learning things in real time. Like I was giving notes in real time.
Damn.
Now, what kind of instructor are you? Are you like, are you a sergeant, or are you like, all right, everybody, you get in a certain amount. Like, hey!
I'm definitely not that.
Okay.
I'm not this. You know, It's so funny if I tell y'all this. People call me like Joe Jackson.
Oh, shit. Hey, that's not.
Like Joe Jackson.
You a whoop ass.
Listen, if you're under 25 or under 30,
that's what they call me in rehearsal.
that's not a compliment. Okay.
Is that not a compliment?
It's a great compliment because it produces the likes of Michael Jackson and Jackson.
Bro,
listen,
y'all watch the same movie I watch?
I think it's going off of what he's saying, producing and pulling the best out of people.
Okay.
If you ask anybody, I swear, if you ask anybody, I don't think you'll ever hear anyone saying that I am mean or hard. I think I pull the best out of people, and then that's how we get the work across the board, though. And I think that is how you have to do it, because dancers and artists, you know, it's okay to be tough, because I am tough, but there's just there's a passion in how you do it and how I am able to execute certain things.
Has there ever been a moment where you're like, damn, I went too far? That was too much.
Never.
I like that.
Have you ever called somebody a stupid motherfucker?
Never.
Okay. All right, we'll move on.
So I
Never.
definitely want to talk more about the music now. You got 7 projects on there. Which song?
Yeah.
And I know it's hard. I get the whole "It's My Baby" and all that. Which song for you is the most personal on this project?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Why is that?
And I actually placed that strategically first.
Number 1.
That's number 1. Coming after my brother speaking to me. So my brother, you know, he's locked up, and I talk to him as much as I can, as much as I'm allowed to, and he always gives me words of advice and his wisdom, and sometimes he even spit bars to me when he's in the mood. But I started off that way, and I wrote Hallelujah in a space where I felt like I needed to be free, and every word for Hallelujah really just, I wrote Hallelujah, and it's crazy, extremely fast. It was just coming out, like I was just going, because I like to write. I'm like, I don't really be on my phone. I like to write, because I'm a visual. I have to see it, you know, and feel it. So that song to me is literally the struggle of especially in this transition of becoming an artist, where I'm in the forefront, right. You know? Like, and even the lyrics, I grew up in a place where everybody got a race. Granny keep me in my lane singing Hallelujah. Tired of the struggle, so I hustle and I hustle, telling every motherfucker that I'ma prove ya. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is like real.
I love the balance of having motherfucker in a hot song.
Yeah, hallelujah.
I love that.
Ratchetness and righteousness.
I love it. Is. Hello.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Hello.
Now what song for you? We talk about the business card track. What song do you feel like is the best representation of who Charm Ladonna is? If you have to, somebody's pressing play on you for the first time.
Oh wow, pressing play for the first time. Dang, that's a good one. I mean, I'm kind of want to say. Look ahead. What you think?
You know which one I like.
What? See it? I knew.
Why do you think that See It is the best
I knew
representation?
That shit hard, bro.
Is it because it's hard, or does it represent who she is?
I think it represents who she would like to be.
Message.
Okay.
I think See It is her. This is my own perspective. You could, I mean, whatever. But I think when I listen to that, I hear this inner like beast. Like, y'all got me fucked up. Like, that's what I hear. That's the energy I get from the song. When I listen to it, I'm listening to it and I'm like, okay, this is how she feels, but she can't be this way all the time. And I feel like that's how she would like to say this.
Is that true or false?
I think he's right. I think you're right. I think there's some truth in that, because you know, I am in a space where I service a lot, right? Like I said, wearing many different hats, and See It is really me, like, talking shit, you know, and being proud of like all of my accomplishments, and like just being like, look, fuck it, yeah, I got this, I got that, I can do, you know, but still have I feel like quality to it. It's still a representation of me,
and
you know.
And I think that it's showcasing her skills. It's different schemes in there. It's rapping, like, and I just really like that song.
Now, which song can't you wait to perform on that stage?
You know, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go to West Side, just because the visual of that just takes me back to all of my homegirls and like just fucking it up on stage. You know, but like, again, I think Hallelujah is gonna be one where I'm like, right, you know.
Have you played your brother some of the music?
Yeah, I have. I played, you know, it's hard for him to hear it
over the phone.
Over the phone sometimes, but I play it and he's just like, that shit hard, sis. That shit hard. I'm like, man, thanks. And then, you know, sometimes people in there be having Instagram and shit. I don't know. He
allegedly.
allegedly. Take that out. Allegedly. But I think he's super proud of me, and it's been a long time coming, and I've been, you know, holding this in for a very long time, and I'm just happy that I'm able to put it out and keep going, you know what I'm saying, and go on this journey. Have you
had any conversations with you know, your family member, like you mentioned your granny, but have you had any conversations with your family members about the music, and how do they feel about it?
Well, see, the thing is that my family, like, they've all known I've done music. They all know that, you know, even as a kid, whatever, rapping, they've known I've done. They just kind of lucky waiting. So when I told them, like, oh, I'm dropping songs, they're like, okay, about time. Yeah. That's what it is.
Oh,
it's like, okay. It's like, oh, we knew who's waiting for you. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah. You know, and my family, they ride for me, so.
That's what's up. Do you have your family always been supportive of the arts for you?
Yeah, especially my mom.
Because I mean, not just dancing, but like you like
everything.
Yeah.
Everything. My mom has instilled in me since I was a fucking kid. Like, you can do whatever it is. You can do it all. My mom never put boundaries on me. She never put boundaries on me. Mom, I want to dance. Okay, cool. Mom, can I go to music class? Okay, cool. Mom, musical theater? Cool. Like, she let me explore, and then that's where this, I feel like, has all been able to grow.
I think that's very important. Like, that's why I like when I talk to artists, and I've told you this before too, like, there are girls that look like you that are coming up, and they're looking at you for some sort of inspiration because they're not getting that support from their family and different things like that. Like, his mom been very supportive of what we've been doing, letting doing out of the house. My mom didn't really believe in what I was doing until she saw me on TV one day.
Right.
And then you have other people whose mom's been behind you since you was in diapers. Like, yeah, you could do anything. So I think that messaging is important.
Yeah, no, for sure. My mom was never in the arts. Like, my mom is not. My mom she didn't dance. She didn't do none of that. She just saw that I loved it and was like, okay, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to make sure.
Yeah.
And so I'm always like, my mom is. That's my ride. She my ride.
Is there anybody that maybe didn't believe at first that is coming around, whether it be family, whether it be a troll,
the new cousins,
whatever? Yeah, you said family, whatever. Just somebody that may not have believed in the beginning, but it's coming. And it doesn't have to be a negative side of it.
Yeah,
but it's just
I mean, when I think about it, no, I don't think people in that space, if they are like that, they don't tell me.
Well, I'm gonna give you an example because he just mentioned it. His mom didn't really believe.
Oh, right.
Until she saw him on TV. She's a full supporter, but it wasn't something that she was like gung ho about until she was like, oh, that's my boy on MTV right there. You know what I mean? So is there anybody that may be like that in your life where they want the best for you, but they just may not have fully seen it in the beginning until you drop the project, until the video comes out?
Yeah, I can't think of anybody off top. I think it's more of a general statement though, like me telling people, like, me even telling her, like, oh, I'm gonna do music. I know.
It's you. Zoom in. Yeah. Eat your words. What you mean? I didn't tell her not to do music.
Right, he never told
but you
me,
didn't believe.
But
No, she mentioned it when we was doing Rhythm and Flow, I think. She had mentioned it. But then it just went away. I didn't.
You shouldn't. You'd go, psh.
You know, Head be having that, like, he be like.
Exactly, I know. That's
bro, everybody tell me they do music.
You know, Head, he be like, oh, okay.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. It wasn't no like, oh, what Charm?
Right.
What you? Nah, no. He was like, oh, okay. That's what's up. I'm like, all right, Head.
I got you.
I got you.
Look at you. 2 interviews later. Look, where we at?
What you mean? Where are we at?
She the homegrown homegirl now. That's what's happening.
That's fine, but I'm saying that don't do that.
I'm just saying.
He tried to make it like it's me. Like, let me borrow $20.
No, it's not Head. It's not Head, but I can't think of anybody, like, people off top that just.
It's a good thing if you don't have anybody in your life like that.
And if it, like I said, if it is, I'm oblivious. I'm not even like, I'm so focused. I don't even
pay attention to it like that.
Pay attention to it. I don't think like that, or try not to, because that should have throw you.
So at this point, the project's out, the pressure's off. You know, you finally have that part. What's the next thing that you're working on in the sense of, like, you know, I gotta ask you again because you'd already knocked out one goal. The year can't end without Charm Ladonna doing what? The
year can't end, you know, hoping everything works out without Charm Ladonna performing, you know, starting to open up and perform for shows, do shows. And again, this is just my first project, guys. Like,
hey. Wait, finish your statement. Go ahead.
I would say it's my first project and it's my EP. But I am looking to build even a bigger body of work, something like an album, you know, with features and people who, you know, inspire me or I want to work with, and hopefully I can just keep going and build into that.
Has anybody tapped in as of right now, like, hey, I see you, or commented on the post, or like something that was just like, damn, I didn't know they were not necessarily a fan, but I didn't know they appreciated what I got going on?
Well, you know, lately it's been a lot of West Coast artists kind of like popping in, tapping in a little bit.
Like, who that?
You know, like, and I appreciate that for sure, but I'm just, you know, like I said, I'm keep going, and then I'm gonna start reaching out to people for features in a second. Like, yo,
like, I see you like
that picture. Yo, what's up?
Yeah, I saw you like my photo.
I saw you like that photo. Yeah. Like, you know.
Got it.
Do you now? This is just some DJ Hed shit, but your work ethic is up there. It's incredible. You also have to be in great shape to do the choreo you be doing. What's your guilty pleasure? What's your food? Do you have anything that you like? You eat anything outlandish?
Yo, it's not outlandish, but I've been eating these things almost every other day for the past month. Beignets.
You make it sound like I thought it was gonna be some exclusive shit. Like, I've been eating donuts.
No, beignets.
Donuts.
Yeah, donuts.
Like, a beignet is a donut.
Beignets, but it's a type of, because beignet, you know what I'm saying? It's the powdered sugar. It's like, it's the donut. Like, I've been eating them things every day.
Are you a health nut by nature? Like, do you?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not, but like, I don't know, some about them. Have you ever had a beignet?
Yeah.
So, okay, but I haven't. But so when we say you've been eating them like every other day, do you like go in, or is it just like one?
Like, no, I'm eating like, so they come in a box.
A box of how many?
Of like 7.
Bro, she made it sound like it was hella exclusive.
No, wait, but how many?
No,
how
I
many-
did it.
Go ahead.
I'll eat like 2 boxes. And
In
then
one day?
dang.
You eat 2 boxes a day?
That's the breaking news right there.
God damn.
That's the breaking news.
Because I just be eating them. And then I'll share one, and then like, no, that and
Yeah, you out here running through big names like that? God damn, bro.
and I love chocolate chip ice cream.
Oh man.
Damn,
So
Charm.
I mean that was it right
Hey,
there.
Charm
Y'all not gonna
Ladonna.
pay me.
Hey, we finna have to put an extra N on your shit.
Shut up.
Ladonna. Damn.
Yo, but I work out though, so that's just been my thing lately.
She said, out of 2 boxes?
I've had 2 boxes. Sometimes I've had one.
And the
sometimes
way
I've
she
had
said it too, I was just like, okay.
Well, how many is in the box? She
It's
said
7 in the box. Sometimes
7 times 2
Two
is
is
14.
in a day.
Damn.
Somebody, we need to get her a sponsor. That's what that is.
Yo.
Those things are so good. Come on.
That's hella
I'm
funny,
just
bro.
saying.
You don't come. You know them beignets are bomb.
No, I'm not saying it, but the way you opened it up, though, it sounded like, hey, you know what? It's this crazy thing that we shoot interviews now. They got cameras. Like, what the fuck?
Because it's my guilty pleasure. Because I don't need to be eating that many beignets. Like, I don't need to be eating that many donuts, and I just eat them. And you just eat one, and
then you wash it down with chocolate chip ice cream?
Sometimes I love chocolate chip ice cream with marshmallows.
Damn, Charlie.
I'm telling all this. Edit this out.
No, we keeping this. Oh, this is amazing. It's the clip. Because I'm fat too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Well,
have you ever had the okay, so like you get the chocolate chip ice cream, you put the marshmallow like spread on it?
no.
Nah, hell no. This is marshmallow spread.
No.
Yes.
No,
I'm not privy to
That's
that.
white people shit, Charm. We don't.
Come on, no, it's not,
That
bro.
is-
I've had the,
I love
the
marshmallows.
macadamia with the
You put marshmallows on your candy yams?
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, I've had some
it's
myself.
bomb. I don't care.
I've had some
That's white
myself.
people shit too.
I've had
It's
some
not,
myself.
bro.
That is. Marshmallows on candy yams?
Marshmallows, it makes it sweet, bro. That's not white people shit.
Yeah, nah.
The yams are sweet. They're called candy
And you
yams.
put the top garnishing is the marshmallows.
Yeah, I've had that myself.
You like it?
Thank you.
I like it. I mean, I like it. It's
Yeah,
not
all
a
right.
preference, but I like it.
All right.
That's
we
all
gonna
I'm
see.
saying.
I'm the weirdo. That's fine.
This gonna be the clip
I
for
mean,
sure.
as of right now,
Yeah.
All right,
I'll
well.
pan out. Is there anything that we haven't talked about? I mean, there's a lot of things that are happening with yourself, and well, obviously we're supporting. But if there's anything we didn't mention that you want to make sure that the fans, the people, anything out there.
no,
know.
I think we talked about everything, and again, like I said, I'm just grateful to be here in this space
course.
and be with y'all and be home and do it for the city.
Feels
That's how
good
I'm
to
gonna
do this in person, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to Charm. Hey, her album is good. It ain't whack.
How can they grab it? How can they support it? How can they follow you?
Charm Ladonna on everything.
Some of them may not. I know
Oh.
how to spell it. So just go on.
Yeah, so I'm gonna spell. Okay, so that's Charm, CHARM, Ladonna, LADONNA. Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, everything, Instagram. Go for it. It's all out there. And the project is called Ladonna. Check it out on all platforms.
It's Homegrown Radio. Chuck Dizzle, DJ Hed, Real 92.3. Catch y'all next time.